Give them a chance. It supposedly went up today or yesterday.
Yeah, one more minute. Members of my committee and myself and Councilor Waterman. And tonight I have quite a bit to get out, so please bear with me. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to declare the following Health Department vehicle as surplus and available for disposition. A 2009 Ford F-150, the VIN number is 1FTR F14W69 KC60012. It has 151,000 miles, 151,288 miles. It's in poor condition. The mayor respectfully submits a communication from Fire Chief Scott T. LaChance regarding the need to surplus the following imaging cameras to be used for trade-in value. Therefore, the mayor respectfully, I'm sorry, that's a second paragraph that goes with the following. So we're talking about the Ford F-150.
Second.
Thank you. Any concerns?
None.
Mr. Waterman, thank you so much. With that said, all those in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Thank you. That motion passes. Now for the second one. The mayor respectfully submits a communication from Fire Chief Scott T. LaChance regarding the need to surplus the following thermal imaging cameras to be used for trade-in value. Therefore, the mayor respectfully requests your honorable body from the docket of June 21st, 2022 to entertain a motion to declare surplus and available for trade in value the following thermal imaging cameras. An MSA Evolution 5600, number A0-58621-B11, manufactured in 2011. Second one, MSA Evolution 5600, number A0-85377-H12, manufactured in 2012. An MSA Evolution 4000, number A1-1397-K00, manufactured in 2000. A Bullard QXT, number DX00408, manufactured in 2017. A Bullard QXT, number DX00410, manufactured in 2017, and a Bullard QXT, number DX00409, manufactured in 2017.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any questions or concerns?
No. Very
Aaron?
generous.
Thank you. Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
I and myself as well. That motion passes. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to accept the generous donation of a brand-new Husqvarna 450-20 Rancher chainsaw with an estimated value of $450 from Peter Sauer of Attleboro to the Park and Forestry Department.
Second.
Thank you. All those, any concerns or questions?
No, this is great.
Thank you. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and myself as well. That motion passes. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to declare the following personnel department items as surplus and available for disposition. 3 office chairs in fair to poor condition.
Second.
Thank you. Again, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Any questions or concerns?
None. No.
Thank you. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye also, and that motion passes. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to transfer $1,500 from account 11341-000-578390 citywide reserve for cannabis impact to account 1133100-558010 budget and administration data processing supplies to purchase an additional box of purchase order forms before the fiscal end of year.
Second. Second.
Thank you. Any questions or concerns?
No, it's
Thank
great.
you. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Aye for myself. That motion passes. This is a very long one. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to declare the following Attleboro High School items as surplus and available for disposition. One, I'm going to do it this way so you can see what's happening here. 1 2-bot model maker, 5-gallon coffee, 1 5-gallon coffee maker, 4 air purifiers, 1 archery target, 1 autoclave, 10 badminton nets, 2 bandsaws, 2 Bosch and Lomb 3-feet standing microscopes, 1 blackboard, 43 bookshelves, 2 bulletin boards, 104 calculators, 4 cassette players, 2 CD players, 4 CD-ROM players, 128 chairs, 7 changing tables, 3 Clay Adams safety centrifuge, 1 coat rack, 1 coffee maker, 1 compressor, 3 computer desks, 7 coordinate grid screens, 1 credenza, 57 desks, 34 desks with chairs, 4 desktop computers, 1 disc sander, 1 dishwasher, 12 drill presses, 7 dry storage racks, 4 electric pianos, 1 electric calculator. And on to the next page. 1 electric race system, 1 exam table, 2 fans, 60 file cabinets, 1 foam wing cutter, 2 folding tables, 2 foot lockers, 6 freestanding desks, 2 high chairs, 1 Hobart 20-quart mixer, 1 Hobart 50-quart mixer, 8 hockey nets, 109 instrument lockers, 2 I think that would be a joiner, but I'm going to say 2 jointers, that's what it says, 1 L-shaped table, 1 lab bench, 2 laptop carts, 1 locker door, 2 L-shaped desks, 2 mail sorters, 13 maps, 1 metal computer table, 32 office chairs, 1 OHAS triple beam balance, 1 pack and play, 1 panini press, 4 paper towel dispensers, 2 pianos, 12 posters, 1 pottery wheel, 1 prep cart, 3 printers, 4 projectors, 1 projector cart, 3 projector screens, 1 puppet theater, 1 record player, 41 rectangular tables, 1 refrigerator, 12 rolling racks, 6 round tables, 13 scissors, 3 shelves, 2 sinks, 9 sitting chairs, 1 slide projector. On to the next page. "43 slide rules, 1 slide rule kit, 6 small tables, 4 speakers, 30 storage cabinets, 1 strut tamer, 2 table saws, 20 teacher desks, 3 televisions, 1 toy bin, 1 toy kitchen, 22 trapezoid desks, 2 treadmills, 2 TV carts, 1 vacuum, 1 VCR, 1 washing machine, 1 whiteboard, 1 wing tester, 9 wooden cabinets, 1 wooden rocking boat, 1 wooden shelf, 27 workbenches, 1 Writer Plus machine, 30 yoga mats." And that is the end of those.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or concerns? Yes.
I wonder how long it's been since those 43 slide rules were used.
That, sir, is a very good question, and I would say a very, very long time. So they are being disposed of or dispensed with. So any other concerns or questions?
No, but
Okay.
some people might like to check out the pianos.
Okay, that's a good thought, and I'm sure they'll be up there. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. A second aye from myself, and that motion passes. Now, on to the next one. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the donation of street light sidewalk light box wraps valued at $5,200 from Keep Attleboro Beautiful.
Second.
Thank you. Any concerns or questions concerning that?
No, it's very, very generous.
Thank you. Hearing no concerns, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Aye from me. That motion passes. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve expending the $5,000 in funding for mass development 2, commission a study for the partial restoration of the East Attleboro Academy building and approve the accompanied project and any future grant amendments.
I'll second that.
I do have a question, I think, about that. Let me go to the next one, if you don't mind, before we pull that out, okay? From the docket of May 17th, 2022, I entertain a motion to declare as surplus and available for disposition the following park and forestry items. 1 Ricoh Officio color copier, MPC2050 model, serial number V2294907071. It's in very poor condition. 1 Canon image runner, the model number 2200, serial number XLM35731, and it is not working.
Second.
Thank you. Any concerns or questions?
None.
Thank you. Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. That motion passes. From the docket of June 7th, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $2,000 from account 1-000-359000, undesignated fund balance free cash, general government, to account 11241-000-530101, citywide professional services to wrap 8 more electrical light boxes with artwork throughout the city.
Second.
Thank you. Any concerns, questions, Counselor?
Yes, Madam Chair, I will not be supporting this in the full council because it's taking money out of the free cash budget.
Good point. Anybody else have that same concern? Any questions or concerns? Okay. All those in favor? Hearing even with
Aye.
that?
No, I'm gonna vote
And I'm
aye.
going to say aye to that, too, to bring it out and let everybody vote
Right, we can
forward
all
on it.
discuss.
Thank you. So that motion passes to come out. And I'm going to hold the other one that I read earlier.
Then you got to withdraw the second.
I will
So
withdraw my second.
Yep, from the approved funding the mass development
Right.
dollars, okay?
Yes.
So second has been drawn.
Sarah,
Yes,
that motion that you just held,
yes,
was that for the academy
Yes.
building, the grant?
yes. Well, it's a commission a study for the partial restoration, but the mayor is talking about moving that in a sale, so I want to wait till we deal with that.
You do realize how much money we've spent on that over the years?
Yes, but it's to approve expending the $5,000 in front for mass development to commission a study for partial restoration. But if the mayor has it that he's thinking about selling it, then that this is something, I think we need to wait till that other motion comes out, and it hasn't come out. I haven't brought it out,
Yeah,
is what
well,
I'm saying. This is like putting the cart, I believe, before the horse. Counselor?
So my understanding was that should the sale go through, that the $5,000 would be rescinded because it's not conditional. It's conditional upon the grant that it goes to the city-owned restoration. So if it changes hands, the grant becomes.
The grant, right, so but I would still like to wait till we decide what to do with the horse before the cart comes.
Councilor Reynolds, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, so thank you for that. And that is all the city property and claims has this evening, and I would like to call for an adjournment.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Waterman, and we are going to adjourn at 6:43.
Thank you.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Who's next?
No,
Anybody?
just you. You were the only
I
one.
was the
scheduled.
only one with committee
I
meeting?
think the rest of us are
Wow,
all
we
till
have time. Okay.
I'm pretty sure the rest weren't scheduled till 7.
I thought we had a guest tonight.
I thought I had one too.
Yeah.
But I guess there was a little communication error, and
Okay.
that's we're gonna have them
This meeting of the Municipal Council will now come to order. Please join me for a salute to the flag, which is appropriate today on Flag Day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And Madam Clerk, would you please read the notice of the special meeting?
Yes, Mr. President. Date, May 19th, 2022. To members of the Municipal Council, from James Delisio, President. Councilors, by authority of Article 2, Section 2-7C of the Attleboro Home Rule Charter, I hereby call a special meeting of the Municipal Council as follows. Date, Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. Time, 7 p.m. Place, 77 Park Street in Council Chambers. The purpose, any legal business before the council and to address end-of-year votes. Sincerely, James Delisio, President.
Thank you. I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Clovis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. So tonight, we're suspending the rules because we're not going to have committee of the whole. We're not going to have public hearings. The purpose of the special meetings, and we've had several over the last couple months, is one, we had to basically go back hybrid in May. We have a lot of stuff coming down at the end of the fiscal year, so we just wanted to make sure that we're able to address all the business relative to the end of the fiscal year. That being said, we will do the mayor's communications momentarily, and then we'll recess for committee meetings. We'll come back and vote anything that we voted out tonight. We are down 3 of our members tonight, but the vice chairs will just cover and cancel those meetings for them. Madam Clerk, would you please read the mayor's communication?
Yes, sir. June 14th, 2022. Dear Municipal Councilors, I respectfully submit a communication from Director of Council on Aging, Melissa Tucker, regarding the receipt of the Community Development Block Grant in the amount of $16,054. No match is required by the City of Attleboro. In accordance with Chapter 1, Section 12 of the revised ordinances of the City of Attleboro, I hereby request your honorable body to approve the expenditure of such funds by the Council on Aging to fund the Outreach Shine Counselor, copies in your packet, in order for this grant to become effective for July 1st, 2022, to pay associated salary and benefits for fiscal year 2023, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
Personnel, Veterans, Human Services, please.
Thank you. I respectfully submit a communication from Director of Council on Aging, Melissa Tucker, regarding the award of the fiscal year 2023 Regional Shine Grant in the amount of $93,259. In accordance with Chapter 1, Section 12 of the revised ordinances of the City of Attleboro, I hereby request your honorable body to approve the expenditure of such funds by the Council on Aging for expenditure during fiscal year 2023, and also approve any further grant amendments. Copies in your packets.
Personnel, sorry.
In order for this grant to become effective for July 1st, 2022, to pay associated salary and benefits for fiscal year 2023, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
Personnel, Veterans, Human Services, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Legal Secretary Allison Wood regarding a chair that Auditing Accounting Department would like to declare as surplus. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body to declare the following as surplus and available for disposition. Copies in your packets. Quantity 1, description office chair, condition is poor.
City Property and Claims, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Legal Secretary Allison Wood regarding a meter that the Water Department would like to declare as surplus. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body to declare the following as surplus and available for disposition. Copies in your packets. 1. Hawk Water Meter Model FL90097 SN18120004414. Condition is working.
City Property and Claims, please.
I respectfully submit for confirmation by your honorable body the appointment of Kevin Smith, 85 Steeplechase Circle, Attleboro, to fill an unexpired term on the Historical Commission as an alternate member, term to expire February 2024.
Personnel, Veterans, Human Services, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Chief Assessor Julie Hobson regarding the need for funds to purchase office chairs. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body transfer $800 from account 1141-1000-530895 Assessor Legal Services to account 1141-1000-542010, Assessor Office Supplies. Copies in your packet. In order to be able to process this request for the end of fiscal year 2022 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
Finance Committee, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Economic Development Director Catherine Frierick regarding the receipt of a Transformative Development Initiative, TDI, Small Business Acceleration Grant through Mass Development in the amount of $50,000. $45,000 of the funds received will help TDI Partnership explore the concepts of a business improvement district and connect downtown property owners with the information and materials they need to make an informed decision. $5,000 of the funds will supplement the existing co-sign program, where 10 downtown businesses will receive a new storefront sign. In accordance with Chapter 1, Section 12 of the revised ordinances of the City of Attleboro, I hereby request your honorable body approve expending such funds and any future grant amendments. Copies in your packets.
Zoning and Land Use, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Director of Recreation Dennis Walsh, requesting to amend vote number 21 of December 21st, 2021, where your honorable body appropriated $88,000 for the constructions of pickleball courts at the Finberg Field Complex. As you are aware, there was an environmental cleanup at this facility a few years back. As part of this process, the new tennis courts were constructed. At the conclusion of the project, DEP reinstated the activities and use limitations, AUL, that the faculty has been under for decades. Prior to moving forward on the pickleball courts, David Picari of CDM was contacted to review the existing AUL to determine what, if any, impact it may have on the construction of said courts. It was determined that the AUL is in force for the entire Finberg parcel, not just the easternmost section, where there once was a dump and where all past environmental issues have been located. This meant that though we were planning to construct the courts on the western side of the facility, in an area where there has never been any environmental issues, we would be required to hire a licensed site professionals, LSP, to oversee the project and to test materials and etc. Though the odds of this are very low, moving forward at this location would lead to another lengthy and costly environmental cleanup, and we should seek an alternative site to construct the pickleball courts. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body amend vote number 21 of 12/21/21 to read, appropriate $88,000 from free cash to recreation site improvement for pickleball courts, amenities, and site improvements to be constructed at a location to be determined. Copies in your packets. In order to be able to process this request for the end of fiscal year 2022 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
Public Works Committee, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Director of Recreation Dennis Walsh regarding the need to use unexpended funds from completed CIP projects. As you are aware, there are a number of capital projects underway within the Recreation Department. Per vote number 21 on 12/21/21, your honorable body appropriated $88,000 for the construction of pickleball courts. Having solicited quotes on different aspects of the pickleball courts, it is now clear that the $88,000 will not be sufficient to complete the project. Fortunately, we have completed 2 other projects under budget, namely the remediation of 4 softball infields at South Attleboro Veterans Memorial Park, which was completed at $7,522 under budget, and the Conley and Ponson Hewitt basketball courts, which came in $3,485 under budget. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body approve the balance of $7,522 in unused funds, originally appropriated for remediation of 4 softball infields at South Attleboro Veterans Memorial Park, per vote number 29 on 12/7/21, be approved to use for the construction of pickleball courts in the city. The funds would remain in the same account 1100-630-5841010, continuing appropriate recreation site improvements. Additionally, I hereby request your honorable body approve the balance of $3,485 in unused funds originally appropriated for the Conley and Ponson Hewitt basketball courts, per vote number 16 on 11/16/21, be approved to be used for the construction of pickleball pickleball courts in the city. Moreover, I hereby request your honorable body transfer $3,485 from account 1630100-584029, recreation outdoor facility improvements, to account 1100630-54010, continuing appropriate recreation site improvements. The total appropriation request will bring this account to $99,007. Though the amount will not totally fill the gap, these funds will put us in a better position as we look to move forward on construction of the pickleball courts in fiscal year '23. Copies in your packets. In order to be able to process this request for the end of fiscal year 2022 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
Public Works Committee, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Director of Budget and Administration Jeremy Stoll regarding needs for funds to purchase new chairs for the MIS group. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body appropriate $1,000 from account 1000-35900, undesignated fund balance, free cash general government, to account 11331000-542020, budget administration, supplies, office equipment, copies in your packet. In order to be able to process this request for the end of fiscal year 2022 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
IT Infrastructure, please.
I respectfully submit a communication from Superintendent of Public Works Michael Tyler regarding the need for funds for a new sidewalk on Park Street. The Department of Public Works has received numerous requests for a new sidewalk to be installed on Park Street, from Hope Gardens to Briggs Corner. The residents feel, and I, along with Public Works, agrees that a new sidewalk in this area would greatly improve the safety of the traveling public. Considering the high cost associated with the installation of a new sidewalk of this proposed length, we are recommending a multi-year approach to making this new sidewalk a reality. The first phase would be to construct a new sidewalk on the outbound lane of Park Street from Briggs Corner to Wilmot Street. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body appropriate $315,000 from account 1000-35900, undesignated fund balance, free cash general government, to fund 3573 Park Street sidewalk construction. This funding request includes a contingency for price escalation. In order to be able to process this request for the end of fiscal year 2022 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
Public Works, please.
For your information, I regret to inform your honorable body that we have received the resignation of Rosa Lopes from the Cultural Council. Please join me in thanking Ms. Lopes for her service to the city.
And FYI.
Thank you. I respectfully submit a communication from Director of Budget and Administration Jeremy Stoll regarding the need for funds for permit software upgrade. During the fiscal 2023 budget discussions, a number of departments touched upon a forthcoming upgrade to our current online permitting system. This is the system that the Building Inspection Department uses for their online permitting, and other departments were looking to take advantage of for their operations as well. The administration has not yet ironed out what modules the city wants to add to other departments, but there is an upgrade within the existing building inspection module that we would like to complete in advance of June 30th, 2022. The timing is important to be able to take advantage of $5,000 worth of state grant money for the upgrade. A communication on the larger model rollout and a request for that funding will come at a later date when more is known. Therefore, I hereby request your honorable body appropriate $8,500 from account 1000-35900, undesignated fund balance, free cash general government, to account 1240100-585050, protective inspection, computer software, copies in your packets. In order to be able to process this request for the end of fiscal year 2022 deadline, I hereby request your honorable body to consider this prior to June 30th, 2022.
IT and Infrastructure, and just to note on that, in the communication you're reading, it might say 7,500. That was a typo. It was since corrected. The correct number is the 8,500.
That is all the communication.
All right, excellent. I would entertain a motion to go into recess.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We are recessed. We will now do committee meetings.
and Human Services Committee to order.
No, oh, I'm sorry, Tom. Forgive me.
In lieu of Michelangelo as vice chair, I'm going to chair it this evening. We only have one item of business from the docket of June 21st, 2022. I would entertain a motion to transfer $2,000 from account 154-31000-577210 Veterans, Parades, and Memorials to account 154-31000-558315 Veterans, Replacement of Flags.
Pete.
Mr. Blair, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. This item is so that the Veterans Committee, the Veterans Director can purchase POW, MIA, and City of Attleboro flags. So he's just changing $2,000 that are in an account for parades and memorials to allow him to replace the flags. Is there any discussion?
No.
Okay. Then I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
And the vote passes 3-0. I would call for an adjournment.
Second.
Thank you. Those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. We'll meet at the next appropriate time. Thank you. And 7:16 we close.
I'd like to call the Finance Committee to order at 7:16. Sitting on this committee are Councilors Clovis and Reynolds. We have several matters to bring before you tonight, starting from the docket of June 7, 2022. I entertain a motion to appropriate $959,157.04 of available free cash from account 1000-359-000 General Fund Undesignated Fund Balance to account 1000-3210200 General Fund Balance Reserve for expenditure. This appropriation is to reduce the fiscal year 2023 tax levy.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Clovis. There's been a lot of discussion about this, and it's included in our budget message. It's a process that we've come to accept for this year, and there'll be more discussion about it in the future, I'm sure. But it's to balance the tax levy, the budget, and I encourage your support. Any questions? No further comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. From the docket of June 7th. Now, let's see, I've got it down to, I entertain a motion to, I'm skipping to the next page, to approve the solid waste fee of $274.72. This $23.66 increase from fiscal year 2022.
Second.
Where are we?
Where,
There are two sets of minutes. You have
I'm looking for the second set then.
one that should have most of the budget votes.
The top should say Finance Committee meetings of June 14, 2022.
That's what I have here, but all of my, thanks, if you don't mind. This one I have right here.
That's it.
Thank you. Second.
So the motion on the floor is to approve the solid waste fee of $274.72. It's a multi-year contract, and it's essentially the escalation that's built into the contract. It is a rate that is still lower than the surrounding communities, and it is a $23.66 increase over last year. Any discussion?
One of the,
Yes.
if I could.
Councilor Gomes.
One of the things that we discussed, and I still haven't had a chance to look up, is if this increase is aligned to the projected increase that was agreed upon as part of the new contract that we have.
It
But-
would have to be, I would think.
I would assume it is. I just haven't done the work to double check that. So I'm happy to vote it out of committee, but I still need to look that up.
Okay,
So,
and you probably want to do for the next one
Yep.
as well. Any further discussion?
That's-
Okay. No motions in order, all in favor, say aye.
I
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. From the docket of June 7, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the solid waste fee of $57.35 per unit to be credited to Fund 2604, Residential Special Waste Disposal for fiscal year 2023.
second.
The two go hand in hand.
Mhm.
Any further discussion? Motion's in order, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. I'm from the docket of June 7, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $14,680.14 from account 6000-359 000 wastewater enterprise fund retained earnings to fund the wastewater betterment share of debt in the fiscal year 2023 budget.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. This is much like the free cash issue that we discussed earlier. And I don't think there's anything more to say, but is there any discussion? Motion's in order, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 7, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $269,605.66 from account 6000-359 wastewater enterprise fund retained earnings to fund the fiscal year 2023 wastewater enterprise budget.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. This too is in line with the last vote and the free cash vote for the general budget. It's to bring the budgets into balance by using retained earnings. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 7, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the following fiscal year 2023 budget municipal council message to the mayor. Mayor Hero. On May 17, 2022, you presented to the municipal council.
If I could, we read this into the record and voted this out last week.
Wonderful. And then I will skip the reading and ask if anyone has any comments on the budget message.
It was excellent.
We already voted it out of committee.
Well, then I think I'm done. Because I don't think we can vote on the water budget, the enterprise budget, or the water fee, or the, we can vote this one out. From the docket of June 7, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $309,729.59 from account 6100-35900 Water Enterprise Fund retained earnings to fund the fiscal year 2023 water enterprise budget.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Copus. I skipped this one by mistake. It is to balance the budget.
No objections to voting this way.
Okay. All set, motion's in order, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. So, we can't vote on the wastewater fee, and we can't vote on the water fee, or the water enterprise budget, or the water budget, or the budget. That'll all happen on 6/21. And on 6/21, I've invited the mayor to speak about the pavilion. He'll be appearing alone. I've got 2 letters to read into the record on the pavilion, so we'll be voting on the pavilion on the 21st, I think. Yes?
The 21st isn't a committee meeting.
I'm sorry.
You do have a committee meeting you called for Thursday at 7. That's where you can vote those measures out once the budget itself is read into the record.
Okay.
The 21st, we'll be mainly focusing on the budget.
Okay.
However, on the 23rd, if you wanted to schedule a 6:30 meeting for the mayor to come in, we can work that out with Virginia.
Okay,
Chair Conte, may I ask a question before you close?
sure.
The budget message, this doesn't reflect my recollection of the budget meeting we had. Unless I have a version.
You're right. The budget message is in front of us.
No.
It's not the
It's a-
budget message that was.
We need to
approved.
update
Okay.
what's in.
Okay,
yeah,
so I was gonna
what
say,
we-
unless you drastically change things after the meeting closed, this is
I did
not what
not, no.
what you voted on, okay.
I
But
will,
we just need to
I
update
would
that.
add to that I think the budget message was substantially improved in my absence. And I'll add that I have joined the Massachusetts Government Finance Officers Association as a result of the work on the budget message.
Wow, that's great.
Because it's obvious that there is a great resource there to improve our work here on the council. And thank you, Councilor DeSimone, for reflecting that. The new budget message is probably the best budget message I've seen on the council. And I'm very proud of you for getting it there. I will take credit for laying down the base, but it was a real porous base. And you really polished that up nice.
It was a good
I really
effort,
like it.
yeah.
I really like it a lot.
I appreciate it.
A lot.
And we can't control what happens to it upstairs, but I'd like to think that it's a document that this body can reflect on and utilize. And I appreciate the fact that the auditor said that she, in fact, uses it in discussions and planning. So it has meaning and it has value, and I'm glad that it came together the way it did.
I'll be looking for ways to make it more meaningful in the future, because the specific things that it calls for are accountable, and I expect to see them happen. So kudos to you. Thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Copas.
If I could add one thing, with regard to the budget votes, one of the things I did last year is I worked with Deb Gould for any cuts that, last year I think we had a significant number of cuts to the budget, and those had sort of a trickle-down impact on, the wastewater fee, the indirect costs, and all of those things. I wanted to communicate to you right now that as of now, I don't have anything that I'm planning to cut. But one of the things I'd encourage you to do is, if you're hearing from people, or if you want to encourage people to mention through Virginia that they intend to propose cuts to the budget, that you communicate that to either Deb or Jeremy, so that they can prepare what that impact looks like. I remember we had like a big spreadsheet, and we would make the cuts and it would trickle down, and we would have to update 4 or 5 additional measures as a result of that. So in order to make sure that things pass on time, I encourage you to work with Deb or Jeremy to do that.
We've learned from the past, and Jeremy and Virginia has exchanged to Virginia an spreadsheet, so any changes can be made easily. I've explained to Jeremy in an email exchange that any cut, any councilor can make any cut on the floor, and that to discuss it with the chair of the finance committee in advance would be in violation of the open meeting law, but that we would do our best to make sure that due process was followed and that we have enough time to get that edited. The schedule at this time of the year is just it's heinous. With what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and how it gets done. So I was looking for ways, and in between meetings today, of figuring how could we abbreviate this, but ultimately came to the conclusion that to do this on Zoom, so that I could share the screen and actually put the budget on the screen for the taxpayers, is probably the best way to read the budget into the record. And that occurred to me at the last minute, and thankfully the clerk was able to get the notice into the paper in the required time and make it happen. Otherwise, we'd be here until 2 o'clock in the morning, which I have been here until 2 o'clock in the morning in the past, and it's no fun. Especially the next morning. So I was thinking that 6:21 was a special meeting. That's why I thought we had that opportunity. And I will rearrange everything so that we can meet on the 2 Thursdays that are remaining in the month. And the first one will be this Thursday. It'll be on Zoom. But the following week, we'll probably do it live here in the chambers at 6:30.
If it's needed, right?
Yeah, what's that?
If the meeting's needed on,
Yeah, well, it will be needed, I think, for the pavilion, because
The
I don't think we'll
pavilion,
get to that this Thursday night.
okay.
There's too much to do. And I explained that to the mayor, when inviting him, that there's a lot going on, and that if it gets put off, it gets put off. That's what happens. And I don't like putting things off. I was hoping that by July 1, I'd have a clean slate to actually clean out everything that we have in our committee. And I'm not sure that'll happen, but I'll do my best. So does anyone else have any business to come before the committee?
You still have at least 10 other items that came down in last week's communication.
It came out of last week's communication. So you're talking about,
The Sodexo agreement,
oh,
$394.
yes. So I'm going to make a note here that Virginia needs to go to page 4 of the special meeting motions. So that she can follow this. So the docket of June, I'm now on the special meeting motions from the docket of June 21st, 2022. I move to approve a 36-month facilities management services agreement with Sodexo with 2 one-year renewals for the Attleboro Public Schools.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Davis. This is a 5-year contract, which is a 3-year contract with 2 renewals. The contract can be canceled at any time in those 2 further renewals, but they need approval, special approval from the council for a 5-year contract. And that's what this is all about. But they're very happy with Sodexo. And by the way, this is the only contract in the school system for which their contractual prices did not increase. So I would recommend our approval. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to authorize the $324.26 unexpended balance from February 28th unauthorized debt to purchase fire equipment vehicles be used to reduce the borrowing for the ambulance voted on February 15, 2022. It was vote number 9. The money is in Fund 3550.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. This and the next 10 motions are all the same thing. Deb is cleaning up her accounts at the end of the year, moving money that's left over from one initiative to another initiative that we know is coming up. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer $184 from account 355759900 Police Department Vehicles, other financing uses to account number 3566-499000 Fire Engines, other financing sources to reduce future borrowings. This balance is from a debt authorization in July 2020 for the purpose of purchasing equipment police vehicles.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, motion's in order. All in favor? say
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to close Fund 3335 Franklin Street Water Main to the Water Enterprise Fund by transferring $5,413.67 from account 333559900 Franklin Street Water Main and other financing uses to account 61004-499000 Water Enterprise Fund, other financing sources.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. This is a leftover transfer. Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, to close out the Finberg Field Fund 3548 remediation project by transferring $133,590.19 from account 3548-599,000 Finberg Field other financing uses to account 1004-499,000 general fund other financing sources.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. Of all the transfers, this is the one that I bet never would have had any money left over. And to see 133,000 is rather shocking that CDM didn't eat that up. That's all I'll say. Is there any other comments? No, seeing none. Motion's in order. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to close Project Fund 3553 ARA DEP cleanup and move the balance to the general fund by transferring $4.12 from account 3553-599-000 ARA DEP cleanup other financing uses to account 1004-499-000 general fund other financing sources.
Second.
Councilor Cobus. Probably the lowest amount I've ever seen on a motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to appropriate $198,599.02 from account 6100-359000 Water Enterprise Fund retained earnings to account 6100-553150 Water Enterprise Fund water meter supplies. These funds will be used to purchase approximately 675 meters with associated fittings, supplies, equipment, and one new set of meter reading equipment. Will also allow the purchase of one new laptop computer in order to continue water meter replacement program for fiscal year 2022.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. So this is routine and typical with the exception of the new laptop and the new water meter reading equipment, but we always buy these meters every year and the rest can come back and get into surplus. Any discussion? Seeing none, the motion's in order. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer the balance of $4,600 in the silo project from account 3229-599-000 silo other financing uses to account 6000-4-499-000 wastewater enterprise fund other financing sources to close fund 3229 silo capital project fund.
Second.
Councilor Curtis. When I saw that silo, I never thought it could have been rehabilitated. What a disaster it was.
It was bad.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, motion's in order. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer the remaining balance of $5,810.06 of the sludge pump project from account 3228-599-000 sludge pump other financing uses to account 6004-499-000 wastewater enterprise fund other financing sources to close the sludge pump capital project fund.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Cobus. All I can say is ditto. Any discussion? Seeing none, the motion's in order. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer $656.49 from account 3554-599-000 Sanford Parking Garage other financing uses to account 1004-499-000 General Fund other financing sources to close this fund.
Second.
Motion's in order. The garage looks great. Any other discussion? Seeing none. Motion's in order. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to approve the full proposal of 3 years with 2 one-year options pending funding annually for the Whitson Culinary Group requested by Attleboro Public Schools.
Second.
Motion's in order, all in favor, oh, I'm sorry, motion's in order. This is the other food vendor for, I believe, the middle schools, or the high school. One's for one and the other one's for the other. But again, it's a level contract. It's the only level contract in the school system. Any other discussion? Seeing none, motion's in order, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. That completes the motions of the Finance Committee tonight. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn by Cobus. Any discussion? No discussion on adjourning? Motion's in order, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I declare the Finance Committee adjourned at 7:40.
The License Committee does not have any business this evening. We'll meet at the appropriate time.
Excellent.
Traffic and Transportation, you want me to call it on behalf of Council Bennett? Cancel it on behalf of Council Bennett, Traffic and
Okay.
Transportation. Traffic and Transportation meeting this evening is canceled.
And I'll call the IT and Infrastructure Committee to order at 7:41. Committee is Councilor Holmes and Councilor Conti. We have one item today, and we'll continue in the same vein as earlier. For the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the transfer of $5,497.19 to close the Munis Upgrade Fund account 3525-599000. Units other financing uses as follows. $1,768.54 to account 60004-499000 wastewater enterprise fund other financing uses. $1,768.54 to 61004-499000 water enterprise fund other financing uses. $1,960.11 to 10004-499000 general fund other financing uses.
Second.
Motion's in order. We're just closing more accounts and end of year cleanup. Any comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. That concludes the business, and I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's in order. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned at 7:42.
Zoning and Land Use Committees canceled this evening?
Oh, my turn, I'm sorry. I'm daydreaming here. Sorry. City, reporting for the City Property and Claims Committee. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to declare the following Health Department vehicle as surplus and available for disposition.
Sarah, didn't you
Just read
vote?
them. I just wrote it.
Yeah, so you already had your
Yeah,
committee
so I'm
meeting
just going to
earlier,
say
so-
one little thing.
Nope, this is still committee meetings, so when we,
Oh, that's why you, so that's why I was like, data, you
I'm the one that's
you
confused.
threw
I'm
me
sorry.
off.
Yes, I'm sorry.
There we go.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Forgive
was
me.
like,
Forgive me.
Okay, nope. So I'd like to call Ordinances, Elections, and Legislative Matters Committee to order at 7:42. With me this evening is Councilor Holmes. Good evening. And sitting in behalf of Councilor Bennett is President Delicio. Just one item of business and then one correction. The public hearing for the municipal building is, the Municipal Building Commission ordinance is on June 21st, next week, not 7/19, so just a heads up there. And my goal for this evening is to move, amend, and hopefully vote out the mayoral ordinance, the mayoral vacancy ordinance. So, Council Holmes, would you please pass that to President Delicio? Just before I make the motion, you may recall that a couple of weeks ago, I attempted to amend what's in the committee. I've given it to you in writing, so I can be clear, I'd read it on the record. It's a small amendment, just changing a couple of words, and we can discuss and vote on it. Should be pretty straightforward. All right, so, let me just find it now, having said all that. Okay, so from the docket of March 9th, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the following ordinance, the proposed ordinance provision for vacancy in the office of mayor relevant to Chapter 2 of the revised ordinances.
Second.
Second. So, as I said, in the second paragraph, the word disability I believe a better phrasing will be the proposed language, striking disability, and replacing it in the language that is in bold in the document I gave you and President Delicio. So changing disability to if the president is unable or unwilling. So it just kind of comprehends more circumstances than disability. So it makes sense.
Second.
Thank you. Comments, questions, concerns about the amendment to the proposed amendment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, so 3-0 on the amendment. Now, in terms of the whole provision, you recall that this is basically a stopgap measure to address the issue so that at some point when the council has a little more time and decides to do so, we can look at amending the charter for this and possible other changes, but that's a much bigger question. So any comments, questions, concerns about the proposed change to the ordinances to address this issue? Anybody else? Comments, questions? Okay, very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Next week, or at the next committee meeting, I'd like to begin the discussion on the NIP ban. I want to move that along. I don't want it to linger around. So we'll have the discussion at that point. Any other issues anybody wants to discuss in committee? All right, thank you. Then I would move to adjourn. I would entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:45, please.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you both very much. We're adjourned.
I'd like to call Public Safety Emergency Management to order at 7:46. I think that's it. I've got 2 motions to bring forward this evening. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to transfer $10,000 from account 1210100-511000 police salary and wages to account 1100210582509 police continuing appropriation armory to relocate the police armory to a former storage room in the basement.
Second.
Okay. I talked with the chief today, and the present armory is too small. The storage facility in the cellar is much bigger. He's going to move the armory into the storage area and vice versa. And they need money to do some remodeling in that room that they're bringing the armory into. So it's a need. And that money's coming from the present police budget. It's a transfer, so nothing out of the general fund. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Excuse me. Secondly, from the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to transfer $295.01 from account 355659900 Fire Department Vehicles, Other Finance and Uses to account 356649900 Fire Engines, Other Finance and Sources to reduce future borrowing for the fire engine. It's
Second.
on order, I believe.
Second.
Do we have any questions for that? Sounds pretty
Self-explanatory.
self-explanatory. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. Move to adjourn at 7:48. Oh, I cancel DPW's committee meeting tonight. It's canceled. That's a wrap, I think, right? Committee-wise.
Committee. That's a wrap for committee. But I think we have.
Okay.
If anyone needs a break, we can take a 5-minute break. Okay. Welcome to June, everyone. Welcome to June. All right. I would like to call the municipal council meeting back to order at 7:52. We will go directly into committee reports, where we will begin with Councilor Waterman.
We had no business this evening, so our meeting will count.
Okay. Would you like to call for a meeting at the next appropriate time?
Yes, I would.
You have to call.
Can you call for a meeting?
Okay, I call for a meeting of the license committee
At the next appropriate time?
at the next appropriate time.
Great, thank you. Councilor Blair, would you like to call for a meeting for DPW, please?
Yes, we call for a committee meeting at the next appropriate time for DPW.
Thank you. Councilor Conti?
Yes, reporting for Finance Committee, I have about 15 to 20 motions to bring before the council this evening. Starting with, from the docket of June 1st, 2022, I move to approve a 36-month facilities management services agreement with Sodexo with 2 one-year renewals for the Attleboro schools.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments, Councilor Conti?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to authorize $394.26 unexpended balance from February 2018 authorized debt to purchase fire department vehicles be used to reduce the borrowing for the ambulance voted on February 15, 2022. It was vote number 9. The money is in Fund 3550.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer $184 from account 3557, that's 599000, Police Department Vehicles, Other Finances Uses, to the Fire Engines, Other Financing Sources to reduce future borrowings. This balance is from a debt authorization in July 2020 for the purpose of purchasing equipment, police vehicles.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
No, I have none.
Okay. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Mr. Waterman.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to close Franklin Street Water Main Fund to the Water Enterprise Fund by transferring $5,413.67 from the Franklin Street Water Main Other Financing Uses to the Water Enterprise Fund Other Financing Sources.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
All right. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to close out the Finberg Field Fund 3548 remediation project by transferring $133,509.19 from the Finberg Field Other Financing Uses to the General Fund Other Financing Sources.
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Cobus. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have done.
Any additional questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to close the Project Fund 3553 ARA DEP cleanup and move the balance to the general fund by transferring $4.12 from the ARA DEP cleanup other financing uses to the general fund other financing sources.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
This should make the budget. That concludes my comments.
Very good. Any additional questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to appropriate $198,599.02 from the Water Enterprise Fund retained earnings to the Water Enterprise Fund water meter supplies. These funds to be used to purchase approximately 675 meters with associated fittings, supplies, equipment, and one set of new meter reading equipment, and will also allow the purchase of one new laptop computer in order to continue the water meter replacement program for fiscal year 2022.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have done.
Any questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer the balance of $4,600 in the Silo project from the Silo Other Financing Uses account to the Water Enterprise Fund Other Financing Sources account to close Fund 3229 Silo Capital Project Fund.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer the remaining balance of $5,810.06 of the sludge pump project from the sludge pump other financing uses account to the wastewater enterprise fund other financing sources account to close the sludge pump capital project fund.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer $656.49 from the Sanford Parking Garage Other Financing Uses account to the General Fund Other Financing Sources account to close this fund.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Blair.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to approve the full proposal of 3 years with 2 one-year options pending funding annually for the Whitson's Culinary Group requested by the Attleboro Public Schools.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I've done.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 7th, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $959,157.04 of available free cash from the general fund undesignated fund balance account to the general fund balance reserved for expenditures account. This appropriation is to reduce the fiscal year 2023 tax levy.
Second.
Thank you, Counselor Cobus. Vice President Cobus, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have done.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Blair.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Mr. Conti? Mr.
Yes.
Waterman?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 7th, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $309,729.59 from the Water Enterprise Fund retained earning account to fund the fiscal year 2023 Water Enterprise budget.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 7th, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the solid waste fee of $274.72. This is a $23.66 increase from fiscal year 2022.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I have done.
Any additional comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
From the docket of June 17, 2022, I entertain a motion to approve the solid waste fee of $57.35 per unit to be credited to Fund 2604 Residential Special Waste Disposal for fiscal year 2023.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
None.
Comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Blair.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
Docket of June 17, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $14,680.84 from the Wastewater Enterprise Fund retained earnings account to fund the wastewater betterment share of debt in the fiscal year 2023 budget.
Second.
Thank you, motion is in order. Any comments?
I've done.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Counselor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
And finally, the 17th motion of the evening, a record for Mr. Conti. From the docket of June 7, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $269,605.66 from the Wastewater Enterprise Fund retained earnings to fund the fiscal year 2023 Wastewater Enterprise budget.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
Mr. President, that completes the business the Finance Committee has to bring before the council this evening. We look forward to a meeting at the next appropriate time.
And your next meeting is?
Thursday at 7 o'clock on Zoom.
Thank you. Kathleen, do you mind?
Oh, yes, Traffic and Transportation Committee has no business to report this evening. We look forward to a meeting at the next appropriate time, please.
Thank you. Vice President Cobus.
Thank you. Reporting for IT and Infrastructure Committee, we have one item tonight from the docket of June 21st, 2022. I move to approve the transfer of $5,497.19 to close the Munis Upgrade Fund, Munis Other Financing Uses as follows.
Second.
One second. $1,768.54 to Wastewater Enterprise Fund, Other Financing Uses. $1,768.54 to Water Enterprise Fund, Other Financing Uses. $1,960.11 to General Fund, Other Financing Uses.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order.
I'm sorry, you just read it in committee, that's why.
I think it's self-explanatory with closing additional funds.
Okay. Any additional questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
That concludes the business for the IT and Infrastructure Committee. I call for a committee meeting at the next appropriate time.
Thank you. Councilor Holmes.
Thank you. Zoning and Land Use Committee has no business this evening, but we'll call for a committee meeting at the next appropriate time.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilor Reynolds.
City Property and Claims actually read these out just a few minutes ago, or a half an hour ago, so I'm going to knock out some of the VIN numbers and whatnot. So, reporting for City Property and Claims from the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to declare the following Health Department vehicle as surplus and available for disposition. It's a 2009 Ford F-150.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
No, I do not have any.
Any additional comments from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to declare surplus and available for trade in value the following thermal imaging cameras from the fire department. There are 3 MSA Evolutions, and there are 3 Bullard QXT.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Holmes. Motion is in order. Any comments?
No, I have none.
Any questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to accept the generous donation of a brand-new Husqvarna 450-20 Rancher chainsaw with an estimated value of $450 from Peter Sauer of Attleboro to the Park and Forestry Department, and that's $450.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
Just that's a really nice and generous donation.
Absolutely. Any additional questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, this requires a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to declare the following Personnel Department items as surplus and available for disposition: 3 office chairs.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any comments, questions, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair.
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone.
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes.
Yes.
Vice President Cobus.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Waterman.
Yes.
President Delicio.
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to transfer $1,500 from Citywide Reserve for Cannabis Impact to Budget and Administration Data Processing to purchase additional box of purchase order forms.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Okay, any additional questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I entertain a motion to declare multiple items, the following items that I read in over an hour ago, probably Attleboro High School items, as surplus and available for disposition. There are many of them.
We'll waive the reading.
Thank you.
Thank you for the second, Councilor Holmes. Any questions, any comments, Councilor
No.
Reynolds?
No, I do not.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to approve the donation of street light box wraps, the donation of street light sidewalk light box wraps, valued at $5,200 from Keep Attleboro Beautiful.
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Cobus. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, this requires a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
From the docket of June 21st, 2022, no, sorry, excuse that. From the docket of May 17th, 2022, I move to declare as surplus and available for disposition the following park and forestry items, which is one Ricoh Officio color copier, MPC 0250, it's in poor condition, and one Canon Image Runner 2200, it's not working.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Motion passes.
From the docket of June 7th, 2022, I entertain a motion to appropriate $2,000 from undesignated fund balance free cash general government to citywide professional services to wrap 8 more electrical light boxes.
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Cobus. Motion is in order. Any comments?
I have none.
Do we have any Councilor Conti?
I will not be supporting this measure, Mr. President, in the spirit of our new budget message. We just saw that $5,200 was donated by Make Attleboro Beautiful, and I think that that should be our policy for these light boxes in the future, and that concludes my comments.
Thank you. Any additional questions, comments, concerns? We will have seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Blair.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
No.
Ms. Holmes?
No.
Oh, boy, I gotta keep track of these ones. Let me just catch up. Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
No.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
President Delicio?
No?
Jeez, you guys threw me all off. 4 nays and 4 yeas.
Motion fails. Councilor Reynolds?
So that is all the City Property and Claims Committee has this evening, and I would like to call for a committee meeting at the next appropriate time.
Thank you. Councilor Waterman reporting for Personnel, Veterans, and Human Services, please.
Thank you. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, we have one motion. I move to transfer $2,000 from account 1543100-577210 Veterans Parades and Memorials. I'll waive these numbers. To the next account, Veterans Replacement of Flags.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
We talked about it in committee. I think it's self-explanatory.
Do we have any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Councilor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Ms. Bennett? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't cross your name off this list. Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes. Counselor Waterman?
Oh, that's all the business that we have. We'll meet at the next appropriate time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Councilor
President
DeSimone.
Delicio, reporting for ordinances, elections, and legislative matters. I have one item for consideration this evening from the docket of March 9th, 2022. I move to approve the following amendment to Chapter 2 of the revised ordinances of the city of Attleboro pertaining, strike that, by adding Section 2-1.1 pertaining to a mayoral vacancy.
Second.
Thank you, Counselor Holmes. Motion is in order. Any questions, comments?
We made a slight revision to the language a few minutes ago in committee, and I've given all of the council members copies of that with the changed language in bold. I think it just makes it stronger and more comprehensive. But other than that, I don't have any further comment.
Any other questions, comments, concerns from the council? Vice President Cobus?
Thank you. Where this ordinance change is happening, and I wasn't prepared for this to be voted out before the full council tonight. I'd love an extra week to sort of digest these changes and be prepared to discuss this more. So as a result, I'm going to try to object for tonight. And that's it.
Okay, that will end discussion on this. We'll return the floor back to Counselor DeSimone.
Thank you. I look forward to a meeting at the next appropriate time.
Thank you, Counselor DeSimone. And finally, Counselor Blair.
Thank you. Reporting public safety emergency management. I have two motions to bring forward. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer $10,000 from account 1210100-5111000 police salary and wages to account 1100210-582509 police continuing appropriation armory to relocate the police armory to a former storage room in the basement.
Second.
Thank you. Motion is in order. Any comments?
No, President Delicio.
Okay, so this isn't relocating the police station to the armory down on
No.
Main Street, correct? Okay.
That's a police armory, is their firearms, ammunition,
Sure.
and whatnot.
Yeah, I just heard some rumors, so I just want to ensure that that was,
No.
that we're talking about the same thing.
No.
Thank you, Counselor Blair. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote beginning with Counselor Waterman.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes,
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
thank you. From the docket of June 21st, 2022, I move to transfer $295.01 from account 355659900 fire department vehicles, other financing uses, to account 3566-499000 fire engines, other financing sources, to reduce future borrowing for the fire engine.
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Cobus. Any comments, Counselor Blair?
It's just moving it to that account for a fire engine that's on order.
Okay. Any additional questions, comments, concerns from the council? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote beginning with Counselor Blair.
Mr. Blair?
Yes,
Ms. DeSimone?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
Vice President Cobus?
Yes.
Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mr. Waterman?
Yes.
President Delicio?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, motion passes.
have no other business this evening. Mr. President, I've got to request a committee meeting next week at the appropriate time.
Thank you. Counselor Conti, do you want to call for a meeting for the senior tax exemption?
I would, on a special committee on tax. We have no business to bring before the council this evening, but we would appreciate a meeting at the next appropriate time.
Thank you. That concludes the meeting for tonight. Before we adjourn, just a reminder, next week, we have the Municipal School Building Commission's coming in to give us an update on the school project. We'll have a presentation for the outgoing chair of the Attleboro Youth Commission. chair, and then we'll have 2 public hearings, and then the rest of the motion should be, for the most part, just budget stuff. The 23rd, we will have another special meeting where it'll be just like tonight, where we'll call to order, we'll recess for committee hearings, and this should hopefully, knock on wood, wrap up all the business for the city for this fiscal year. So, any questions or comments on any of that? Council Con?
Just like to mention publicly again that on Thursday night, the 17th, starting at 7 o'clock,
16th.
on 6:30 on Zoom, we will be having a budget meeting, and we will be displaying the budget on shared screen so that you'll be able to see it on television as we read it into the record.
Excuse
That'll
me,
be the 16th.
That would be the 16th,
and excuse me, Mr. President, it is posted
Been a
for
long
the
day.
16th at Thursday at 7 PM.
7 p.m. Okay,
Yes.
that's 7 p.m.
Okay.
Thank you.
All that being said, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. We are adjourned at 8:20.